Hey soul family, welcome back to the channel. This is the White Feather Tarot, and in today's reading we are doing a clear message that you need to hear right now. And to do this reading we are going to be picking 4 piles together. I see this one sticking out, so that's 1 and 2, 3 and 4. Let's see what we have for today's reading. So for pile number 1 we have balanced life. Let me adjust that. There we go. Yeah, balanced life. For pile number 2 we have life's purpose. For pile number 3 we have turn over a new page. And for pile number 4 we have beyond the ego. If you like to pick with crystals, let me add these right now. There we go. So for pile number 1 we have the cherry quartz, and this is what your crystal looks like. For pile number 2 we have the sodalite, and this is what your crystal looks like. For pile number 3 we have the amazonite, and this is what your crystal looks like. For pile number 4 we have the green grass jasper, and this is what your crystal looks like. So take a look at which one of these 4 piles or 4 crystals you're the most drawn to, and that's probably the pile for you here today. And as I always say, if you feel drawn to one pile, several piles, or perhaps all of the piles today, trust your intuition. It will always guide you to the right readings. It is your magic. It is what surprises you every time. So let it lead the way. Whether it's drawing you to just one and you know that's the one, that's it. Perhaps it's drawing you to several and you know what, I feel drawn to this one and then I'm going to watch this one. Or perhaps you feel drawn to all of them. Sometimes you ask, can I be drawn to all of them? Absolutely. If your intuition is calling for all of them, then they are your piles. So let it lead the way. Let it be your magic as usual. And you'll find the timestamps down in the description box. Click on your times and I'll see you in your readings. Hey soul family, welcome to your shuffling and card picking process. It is so lovely to have you here as we prepare for your piles. I love this section, as you know by now, and I love to include you as we prepare for your reading. So let me introduce the cards to you. On the left are the oracle cards, and on the right are the tarot decks that we will be using for your reading today. And if you're interested in any of the decks that I use, you'll find that I list them down in the description box for you to check them out if you're ever called to a certain deck. Oh, I feel this one came out, so we'll take that. And we want to know for today's reading, What do you need to hear right now? What do you need to hear right now, please? Okay. Let's now pick up our next deck. And again, shuffle with intention. What do you need to hear right now? All right. What do you need to hear right now? Okay, so now let's pick up your tarot decks, and as we always do, we will be taking 2 cards from each deck. Right. So let's start. What do you need to hear right now? So 2. What do you need? These are 2 to hear right now. There we go. 1 and 2. Again, let's shuffle with intention. What do you need to hear right now? What do you need to hear right now? Okay. What do you need to hear right now? What is your message now? Okay, so our 4 piles for today's reading are now ready. So let's put these there and let's pick up the first pile. There we go. So that is pile number 1 with the cherry quartz. Okay, now let's pick up the second pile. There we go. go with the Sodalite. Pile number 3. Right there with the Amazonite. And pile number 4. There we go. With the green grass Jasper. So, my dear soul family, your 4 piles are now ready for today's reading. Thank you so much for spending this time with me. I always love it and appreciate it. Love you guys very much, and let's get straight into your reading. Hi, pile number 1. Welcome to your reading. You have chosen the cherry quartz as well as this beautiful card saying balanced life. There we go. Love seeks your well-being. Let's see how this fits into your reading today. And we're taking a look at what you need to hear right now. So, first we'll be starting off with your oracle cards. So, this is your first oracle card, and this is what it looks like. Really interesting, actually. I wonder what this message is going to be. You have the 28th moon mansion with sleeper. Don't know the nudity in YouTube. Yeah, the new YouTube rules are really strict. So anyway, we have the 28th moon mansion ruled by Moon and Pluto and Pisces. This is what it looks like. It's called sleeper. And finally, you have round and round. All right, so now let's take a look at your tarot cards. So you have the King of Pentacles, the 9 of Swords, you have the Ace of Cups, the Ace of Pentacles. Wow, okay. That's significant. You have the Queen of Pentacles. You have the 7 of Swords. The Moon card. And you have the 3 of Swords. All right, so let's now take a closer look at what your exact message is. Pile number 1. The first thing that is very obvious to me in your reading, pile number 1, is, you know, kind of like the blue elephant in the room. I see that this card is really talking about your subconscious mind. There are worrisome thoughts of worry and anxiousness that are casting a shadow over your life. And although your life may actually be okay on the outside, I see that there are these very thoughts that are stealing from you feeling okay at this stage of your life. I really see your spirit guides telling you that everything on the outside is actually okay. Why do I say that? Because you have the King of Pentacles and the Queen of Pentacles framing your reading here. And both have to do with being grounded, with being okay. King of Pentacles and the Queen of Pentacles, they're doing well, they're thriving, their lives are balanced and in the 3D, they're thriving. So here I see that your reading is really talking about your mental and emotional states. Why? Because one of the meanings of the Ace of Cups is emotions, emotional intelligence, intuition of the heart. Seeing the Ace of Cups in conjunction with the Nine of Swords, this is telling me worrisome thoughts, emotional turmoil in the head. Do you see how this figure is holding her head? And so here I see round and round and round. Also, Alice going down the rabbit hole. The moon has to do with the subconscious mind as well. So I see thoughts could be exaggerating a certain situation without you noticing. Why? Because here you have Alice in Wonderland. Putting Alice's story aside, we see a figure, or we see Alice with a door that's open and outside looks wonderful. We have lavender on everything looks great. Yet perhaps Alice here could have exaggerated the thoughts in her mind, putting aside the real story, and now feels she won't be able to get out, although the door is open and she's holding the key. And so I see your spirit guides are putting a great emphasis on really shutting down these thoughts and living in peace. Because really, with the King of Pentacles and the Queen of Pentacles, it is showing me that everything is all right. Everything will be all right. You're going to be taken care of. You will never ever be let go of. Whether you're alone in life or not, your spirit guides are always there. You're never going to be left alone, my dear pile number one, ever. You're always going to be taken care of. It's like the universe is really embracing you, taking care of you. I remember I saw another figure reading. There we go. 2 books. I'll get to that in a second. Another book. So you're really taken care of. You're always going to be okay. And although there may be some things that could be worrying you, nobody can take that away ever from you. But overall, I see your spirit guides are saying it is okay and it will be okay. It really will. And the things that are casting shadow in your life are mostly exaggerated and exuberated by thoughts that are causing worrying ideas. They're taking you down a rabbit hole of exaggerating the situation, exaggerating what could happen, exaggerating the type of problems that could occur. And they're stealing away your happiness from a time where everything could really be okay for you. Pile number one. Really, that's what I see. A time where perhaps you are starting to get into good times of your life. Like, the book could also be talking about a chapter. Perhaps you're entering a new chapter of your life. And that's why we have 2 aces, a clear beginning. So you could be starting to experience some good times, and perhaps these worrisome thoughts are borrowed from things that happened in the past where things may not have gone the right way. And you could be now, although things are clear, we see a clear floor, a clear house. Also, although things could be clearer now and more grounded, and where there are more blessings in your life, you are worried about what could go wrong. And even if there are things that are worrisome, they're exaggerated by past thoughts. And that's exactly what I see. And so here with the moon in Pisces, I truly see a message with the sleeper of rest and peace and rest assured, knowing you're really being taken care of. We see a hug here, a hug there. You're gently being taken care of by the universe, and you will be okay. You're never going to be left alone. And you are meant to enter into a new stage of your life where things are really good, actually. I can't even tell you better. King of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles really shows that you're going to be pampered with the Queen of Pentacles. You're going to be resourceful with the King of Pentacles. You're going to be taken care of. You're going to be okay. That is for sure. And it would be a shame to get into the stage with the old worries. It would steal away from the wonderful new beginning that you are meant to experience. And so here with Balanced Life, it's time to push these thoughts aside. Whenever they attack, know that they are borrowed from the past. Don't allow them in by simply acknowledging that they're there and saying, no, I will no longer accept these thoughts. They're not mine anymore. Push them aside. Don't regard them as intuition. Don't regard them as problems that you are forecasting of what's to happen from what you're seeing now. Just push them to where they belong in the past and start anew, knowing with the faith that everything will be okay for you, because this is exactly what I see your spirit guides, and especially the universe here, delivering to you. There's this kind message of, don't worry, it really is going to be okay for you at this stage of your life. And there's no reason to let the past shadows cast darkness into a time of light, my dear pile number 1. Right, so as much as this is a very brilliant message of showing us what's to come in the future for you, that everything's going to be okay and grounded and to not worry any longer, I feel like I really want to shuffle your deck and get more information on how to apply this advice in a clearer way. So you know what to do right off the bat when you are done. Since this is your message today, I want to make sure I help you with detail on how to apply this from the universe. So how is pile number 1 advised to apply this exactly, please, so that it's easy for them to apply this message straight away? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Let's see what you have. So right off the bat, you have the Judgment card. You have the Page of Cups. You have the Strength card. Wow, the Sun card. Okay. This is making sense. You have the Emperor and the Two of Swords. And finally, you have the Four of Cups. This makes a lot of sense, actually. So here, I see this strong idea of choosing, with strength, choosing more like by force to shift direction of your thoughts into more positive ones, since the future is actually good. And now it's time to retrain with the running, to retrain the, oh my God, it's like someone is communicating to us. It's amazing. Retrain your thoughts towards the positive. That's the thing. Here with the Page of Cups, I see being mindful of your thoughts. Whenever you kind of feel bad, start being mindful, because it's an automatic way of thinking now, of being mindful of what you're thinking. Why did you feel that way now? Once you catch that thought, be proactive and not reactive, of shifting by force the thought, of going, training your brain. You know how we see an old woman running, and we usually think, oh, but if someone has aged, they won't be as strong and healthy. But it's a false belief, right? It's not really true. A lot of people who who have gotten older are much stronger than all of us and healthier because they've chosen to be. And so it's really about training, choosing to strengthen that direction of thought, being mindful, catching the thought and shifting it straight away. And just like exercise, the more you train your mind to think in the positive direction with the Emperor, the more you have control over what you think about. It will start becoming the foundation way of how you think. That's exactly the detail of how the universe is guiding you to heal the past and start getting into this new beautiful chapter of your life. Clearly a new chapter that is universally, it's like astrologically, perhaps your chart is showing you that you're entering into a new stage of your life. And so here with the judgment, the judgment card is always about rising above something. And here we see rising above, we see what is it called, a grave, showing us that we should bury now the old worries and the old experiences, the old memories that are painful and worrisome in the past, because now this is where they belong. To cherish and respect the lessons and the experiences that they gave us and what made us who we are today. But to start now reflecting and noticing and being mindful about the thoughts that they aggravate at the moment, because now these things have ended and it's time to heal that, and time to be mindful with strength of what type of thoughts we're getting and how we are the ones who are directing them. This way we take charge and be in command of the way we feel instead of letting it happen to us. It's bossing up for ourselves, making sure that we are in control of our emotions and we're not letting them run rampant, being in control of us. And so the summary here, as you can see, with the Two of Swords is the choice, a mental choice. Again, with the Four of Cups is choosing the thought that is not easy to choose now, as opposed to what already exists. So it's being mindful, it's choosing, although it's harder now, to think positive, to think healthier, to know that the best is to come, to train our thoughts in this direction, than to go back to what we are used to as a result of experiences from the past that we're now burying. And this is exactly what I see your spiritual team and the universe guiding you to do in this new chapter of your life. If you train yourself to do that from this second onwards, it will be the new you. It will be the new way you think in your life. You will retrain your brain to think in this way, and it will be so natural for you to just do it. Could you slip at some point in the future? Yes, it happens. But now you're mindful. When you do slip, you catch it and you go, I just noticed a trail that could take me back. I'm not allowing this, and go back to choosing positive. As for your promise from the universe, your reading is framed by the King of Pentacles and the King and the Queen of Pentacles. Such grounded energies showing you that you will be okay. Everything is going to be great in this new chapter of your life, my dear pile number one. And this is how you're being guided to live a balanced, healthy, beautiful life moving forward in this new chapter, my dear pile number one. And so, my dear pile number one, that was your reading. I hope you've enjoyed it. And if you have, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel so that you never miss a reading that I upload. Also, if you enjoy Zodiac Tarot readings, make sure you check out my other channel. It's the first link in the description box. And by the way, guys, first of all, I want to thank you so much for enjoying the productivity ebook. I wrote it with my heart. I'm so happy it's helping you guys. This way, the feedback is amazing. And I want to announce that there is now a cookbook, a productivity cookbook. Guys, this book is amazing. I'm sure you will love it, if not more than the productivity book. This book I have collaborated with a nutritionist that I believe in, and together we've created this productivity book where you can cook healthy, delicious meals in a very small time, so that you have time to enjoy your life and do the other important things in your life. And so your cook time is reduced. Even if you don't have a lot of cooking skills, this book is clear, will help you out, you know, do healthy, delicious meals in no time. And there are 210 recipes in each book. I've made sure I do a vegan version for you guys, so that you... And both of the books, by the way, are different. So if you want to get both and enjoy a plethora of things to cook, it's there for you. I hope you enjoyed, guys. And I know a lot of you were waiting for it. I just wanted to announce that it's there. And my dear pile number one, thank you for tuning in. I loved your reading, loved your guidance. May you always be blessed. And I'll catch you in the next reading. Bye. Hi, pile number two. Welcome to your reading. You have chosen the beautiful Sodalite, as well as life's purpose. Seek your own, Seek your own deeper vision for life. Such a beautiful card. Let's see what message it has for you in today's reading. And as you know, we're taking a look at what you're meant to hear right now. Excuse me. I choked. Something has to do with the throat chakra all of a sudden. That was weird. So this is what your card looks like. Again, something is up. Yeah, a lot of blues. Throat chakra. I will put this into consideration in your reading today. Something is up here. Perhaps you want to communicate something, but you're being held back by some worry or something. Let's see. You have the full moon in Earth with achievement. Oh, maybe you want to... Well, oh, yes, life purpose. Hey, pile number two. It looks like to me, all of a sudden, now that we're taking a look at this picture, life purpose. You want to do something, perhaps even... Your work may have to do with communication, maybe a book or communicating something, not necessarily, or maybe speaking up to a certain employer or something. And you could achieve so much in doing so, but some worries are holding you back. And it's all about asking for it. Maybe you want to talk to your manager about a certain position that you like, or maybe seeking a job that you like, an industry, and it's all about talking and, you know, trying out, just seeking it. You could be afraid and holding yourself back. There's a clear message here. You know, this could be abundant with the pottery here. It really could be abundant, but with the figure, blocking the opening. I feel like your own throat chakra or worries are blocking this abundance from entering your life. Let's check out the rest of your cards, or from creating this achievement, from experiencing this achievement. So your next card is chaos and conflict. Now let's take a look at the rest of your tarot cards and have a clear picture of what's going on and what your clear message is. You have the Six of Wands. Right off the bat, success, and perhaps even having the potential of being on top is really your message here. You have the Empress card. You have the Two of Pentacles. You have the Six of Swords. The Page of Cups. The Queen of Wands. you have the 10 of Pentacles. And you have the Knight of Wands. Wow. Queen of Wands, 10 of Pentacles, and Knight of Wands is really cool. So this is clearly talking about huge potential being that could be destroyed, because this is not destroyed, but we're seeing it slowly being destroyed, that could be destroyed or wasted if not used. You know, imagine, for example, someone like, let's say, the king of pop, let's say Michael Jackson, someone with such potential, speaking of throat chakra, of that type of potential, having thoughts that could be taking him back, like, maybe people won't like me. How funny would that be? Right? Maybe people won't like my art. They might think it's quirky. Maybe this, maybe thriller won't really interest people. Maybe it's something that I like and it's not, you know, they're not gonna like thriller. Imagine that. Imagine that. I see in your reading huge potential. In fact, your reading is labeled life's purpose, and it's stepping into the path that you're supposed to get into, that will get you a lot of achievement, a lot of success, a lot of popularity as well with the Queen of Wands, a lot of wealth with the 10 of Pentacles. And the wonderful thing here with the Knight of Wands, it's gonna work out very quickly for you. Why? Because it's like putting the right potential in the right place. Like having, for example, a lamp. Once you plug it into the charger or the wall, it lights up because we put the right thing in the right place. And here is what I see. You are being held back by thoughts that are slowing you down with the Six of Swords unnecessarily. With the chaos and conflict, there's an internal conflict that is holding you back. With, you know, with this octopus, it has so many arms. It's holding somebody's potential. It's so much so that you're taking away from yourself something that could blow up with success with the Six of Wands. You know, we see you reaching the pinnacle, reaching the top. You could be at the moment looking up to someone who is way up there, thinking, wow, if I can have that type of success and type of dream, and being there. You know how, taking back the example of Michael Jackson that popped in my head as we're doing your reading, Michael Jackson was really fascinated by James Brown, right? Doesn't mean that James Brown, he took the place of James Brown. No, but he carved his own place way up there for everyone. And now millions of people around the world love Michael Jackson. He's a legend now. And that's really what I see in your reading. Believe me, pile number 2. Obviously, you're meant to do something big here. Your life purpose is pretty significant, full of success and achievement. You're meant to... You will be popular with the Queen of Wands, whether this is something that you want or not, or like or not. There is popularity with the Queen of Wands. There's huge wealth. Again, that's part of your path. And the Knight of Wands shows that this is happening very, very quickly. Now, at the moment, we see that the Knight of Wands is just, you know, potential going back and forth that is staying in its place, although it could be running. So please, pile number 2, I hope you heed this call. Have you been seeing a lot of 3s? Because I'm seeing that as part of your reading. This could be your sign. If you've been seeing a lot of 3s, 3, 3, the Empress is a 3, another 3 up there, if you've been seeing a lot of threes, really this is what your sign has been trying to tell you during that time, that now is your time for success. And if you nurture and care for that project that is close to your heart, or for that journey or that path that is close to your heart, that is piquing you, nudging you, you know, back and forth while you are there doubting it, if you push through it and listen to it, you're going to be creating success that could be unprecedented. You will not believe it, pile number 2. Your type of success is humongous. It is legendary or big. You have a deep vision, or you have something nudging you that will turn out, as you work on it, to be a huge vision. My dear pile number 2. I wonder what is holding you back, because with the Page of Cups, it seems like one of the key ingredients that you have is your uniqueness. You know how when we say, oh, don't worry about them, there's plenty of fish in the sea. Here I see that there isn't plenty of fish in the sea. There's only one in your industry or one in your field with that unique message, or with that with the uniqueness that you can provide, that will really be loved, as you can see. And it's going to spread throughout, perhaps even outside of that small industry, because we see a big sea down there. So by succeeding in this small area, you will be taken, your success will be taken to the sea. For example, you know these competitions, like let's say short stories or poems, and you first have to present it to the competition in the area, and then once it wins, you can start competing nation-wise, and then once you win, you have an opportunity to compete internationally, and then you get huge recognition. So I see that there is this type of idea in your field where first you're going to succeed maybe in your area, and then it's going to go across everywhere else on a bigger scale. Yeah. So here your reading is absolutely encouraging you to not doubt this vision, or not doubt a certain path where you're really successful due to worries. You could be afraid of speaking up or something. You know, this could even be taking a position in your work that will allow you to maybe later on take a position regionally, you know, and then internationally. Exactly. So please speak up. There's something about speaking up, because I choked right in the beginning of your reading as we were opening your cards, and then you have a lot of blues, which could really show the idea of trusting your vision and speaking up about it, doing something about it today. You know, sometimes we're really afraid. We cannot imagine that we're going to go and speak up about something, talk to our manager about that specific thing that we want, or talk to a new employer, or start up something that we want. Sometimes we're worried, and then we find ourselves in the middle of doing it, that we are actually doing, and we're like, whoa, I'm actually saying that. No going back now. And then it works out beautifully. And things start working from that point. And you start thinking to yourself, my God, the amount of things I could have lost, and the amount of things I held back by not talking about what I deserve or what I could bring to the table. And so please know, my dear pile number 2, one of your biggest message in your reading is that there is huge abundance waiting for you to enjoy on the other side. The key here is speaking up, or perhaps speaking up in the form of taking action. That's showing up as well. So being heard, being seen by what you say or what you do. And I'm gonna try my best to help you in this pile, since this is a message that you want to hear. And now we understand the main idea. I want to take this opportunity from this energy and ask specifically, what are you advised to do to move forward, my dear pile number 2? So let's pick up your deck and seek guidance. What are you advised to do exactly? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so you have again the Page of Cups. Maybe you were drawn to pile number 1. If you were drawn to 1 and 2, obviously this is your confirmation. You also have the Fool card. Wow, okay, I see. Okay, you also have, whoa, talk about popularity. It's gonna be on fire for you, pile number 2. You're gonna see. You also have the Magician. You have the 8 of Wands. And, my goodness, you have the beautiful 9 of Cups with a real wish coming true. I see you celebrating here, and even with close ones, about this amazing milestone in your life. So, with happy birthday, this definitely signifies a new start. And it's right in conjunction with the Page of Cups. Again, pages, a new journey, a new beginning. The Fool card. New beginning. Right. Let's take a closer look at your cards and see what your specific advice is. The message here is very clear. You're a very blessed person with a lot of skills, and now is the time to see yourself truly for who you are. It's the time to believe in yourself and to just begin. Don't doubt. Don't think of the things that could go wrong. Don't look at, imagine perhaps the problems that could go wrong. It's really the time to nurture yourself now, and the time to be bold about who you are. Could you perhaps, do you feel guilty admitting that you're good at certain things? Are you looking at yourself through other people's eyes and their own shadows, rather than seeing yourself for truly who you are? If this is the case, then, support yourself. It's time for you to support yourself. Ideas of supporting oneself is to be able to look at things pragmatically and not emotionally. Take a piece of pen and paper and write down all the things that you're really good at that will be appreciated. In the marketing department, this is the homework that's done. When there's a new campaign and we want to highlight a certain product, there is a list that is created about all the advantages, thinking of all the advantages that something has to offer, so that it's seen, it's visible. And so now it's time to market yourself to you. And you could do the same thing as marketeers do with reflection. Write down all the things that you bring to the table. And perhaps seeing it all together will shift your perspective about what you can do and can't do. And that throat chakra situation will be healed. It will no longer bring you down. It's okay to believe in yourself. It's okay to see yourself for the skills that you have. And do know, my dear pal number 1, nobody's perfect. Everyone learns along the way. Acknowledge the great things in you. You're meant to go through this path. And the things that you're not good at, make it a note to learn along the way. And not to wait until you're perfect. Nobody waits until perfection. You bring out and start the journey, and you're going to get stronger and better as you practice it, as you go through that journey. And you will be at a point where you've healed the things you're worried about, and you will become who you envision to be. And so beginning the journey will be the real encouragement to go through this whole process. Right off the bat, we can see a promise that for some reason there is you start popularity straight away. And so this tells me that the things you're worried about may not really entirely be true. And so yes, maybe there are things that you want to heal and adjust, but really I think you're at a stage where you're not giving yourself enough credit, my dear pile number 2. You've got so much to give with this vase here, or pottery, I forgot what it's called, container. You've got so much to give, so much to offer, and that's why you have everybody's attention, whether it's a service or a product or you beginning a new position. You have what it takes and you are needed in this new position. And sometimes we can overestimate what is needed when really something needs you for who you are. You are what is needed, pile number 2, and you have the skills for it. So again, we can see popularity straight away. Look at the next card, 8 of Wands. Again, things are going to move quickly, and that's what we saw as your key ingredient in this path that you're getting into, speed. Knight of Wands, 8 of Wands. Momentum. 8 of Wands is a card of momentum, and we see that once you begin, things are going to work very quick for you, and a huge dream is going to come true for you because of that, my dear pile number 2. Please, I hope you heed the call. There is a huge promise here in your cards that there is amazing things to come. I do hope you heed the call. Don't worry. Again, the cough. Don't worry. Don't let your fears take you from something amazing that you can be giving to yourself and to others. And this is exactly what I see in your reading, my dear pile number 2. I hope you've enjoyed it, and if you have, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel so that you never miss a reading that I upload. Also, if you enjoy zodiac tarot readings, make sure you check out my other channel. It's the first link in the description box. And please, don't forget to check out my new productivity cookbook. Thank you, first of all, guys, for the amazing feedback that you have given me with regards to the productivity ebook. It filled my heart, and this is why I decided to do this book for you. I've collaborated with a great nutritionist that I believe in to create healthy and delicious meals that would take very minutes to create, so that you have time throughout your day to do the important things to you. This book is made with so much love. The key ingredients of it being healthy and delicious, taking small amount of time, with a multitude of recipes and, snacks, dinner, lunch, desserts, smoothies, you name it. And we've made sure that we have both virgin, a regular version, and a vegan version, so that everyone can enjoy it. You can also get the bundle because they don't have any repeated recipes. And my dear pile number 2, I truly hope you enjoy this productivity cookbook. It's done with our hearts to you. Hope you enjoy it. And that was your reading. I'll catch you in the next one. Bye. Hi, pile number 3. Welcome to your reading. You have chosen the Amazonite, as well as turn over a new page. Now, the way the stone was placed over this card was quite interesting. It was placed over the mouth, and the color was blending with the rest of the face, giving me the idea of maybe lack of talking. Either you are not talking, or that you shouldn't talk. We'll find out together. Or clearing the air with the Amazonite. Speaking to clear the air and blend in. That could be another message, depending what we see with the rest of your cards. We see a face that is crying here, feels sad about something. Let's explore this energy. It says, let love lead the way for change. Turn over a new page. Interesting. So it's already answering something. Let's keep it right there and see what your message is. To who, to what we'll find out together. And as you know, we're taking a look today at what you need to hear right now. So this is your first oracle card. This is what it looks like. All right. You also have building blocks. And you have the full moon in the air with solution. Okay. Let's take a look at your tarot cards and see what this is really about. You have the 10 of Wands. Something has really been weighing heavy on you. I see you going about your day, doing your everyday responsibilities like your work and everything in between. But it's heavy. It's really heavy. It's been very heavy on you, pile number 3. Something is heavy on your heart. You have the High Priestess, and it kind of makes me feel like it has to do with connecting maybe with someone, or maybe connecting to you. Reconnecting to who you are. Something is heavy. I wonder what this is. You have the Moon card. Obviously, the Moon has to do with the subconscious mind. So there are a lot of emotions to be released. It's making you tired. It's making you sad. It kind of reminds me of a therapist chair, doesn't it? Where you sit there and release your emotions and try to understand what could be going on. You have the 8 of Cups. Very barren, very alone, but it feels like you're growing from that experience. That walk is really giving me this this idea. You have the Fool card. By the way, if you hear any background noise, a heads up, this is my dog. I always keep him next to me. Thank you so much for understanding. You have the Emperor card. You have the Queen of Wands. And you have the Justice card. And I remember, what is the song that Furry said to a mouse that he met in the house? Yes, let us both go to law. Right. Anyways, the Justice card. So, cat and mouse could also be someone that you could have been having differences with. Yes, and now there's a wall built between the two of you. It could also be an internal conflict with you over perhaps things that happened in the past that you want to overcome. Let me take a closer look at your cards. Taking a closer look at your cards here, I really feel it's about you reconnecting with others, or you connecting with someone in specific. I see that there has been some connection or connections in the past that has really hurt you, pile number 2. And it was just like the therapy chair here. It was so painful that it seems like you had to build a wall around you, preventing anyone to come in any way close to you. And this wall was actually a good thing. Taking a look at your reading here, it gave you the time to recuperate, find yourself, and to heal as you walked away and started this journey all by yourself. It was heavy because here I see you had to carry so many responsibilities, and it was a heavy feeling like you're on your own. But with the High Priestess, it was a long journey of you finding yourself, and you had to heal and find yourself first. And that's why we have building blocks here on the figure itself, herself, or themselves. So you had to grow and evaluate things, re-evaluate yourself, your connection with others. You had to rebuild, re-establish your understanding of what you thought was the past, what you thought the past was like, and your relationships were like, and what the reality was. So there was a lot of growing, healing, re-understanding things, and it wasn't an easy journey on you, my dear pile number 2. This figure is really hurt. There was so much disappointment, and because of all of these disappointments and because we see law here, that you were really disappointed with the Justice card by the injustices that happened to you from people who you didn't expect, and you found yourself in a position that was shocking. You would not think that someone would do that to you or put you in that position at all. There's a great shock here. A lot of the times, as you were healing with the Justice card, you really wished for maybe a repayment of karma. I do not think at the moment, I think here with the Emperor here, you've really found your ground. I do not see you wishing for karma any longer. You've really grown here as well. With the Queen of Wands and the Emperor are the two strongest figures, in my opinion, in tarot. These are people who exude power. Yeah, the King of Wands as well, but the Queen of Wands has charisma, fun, and the Queen of Wands has learned to give others as she gives herself. There's just something so beautiful and charismatic about the Queen of Wands. So I see that you have built so much groundness, and you found your inner you as you've grown and healed and understood things in the right way. And this card always reminds me of being closer to your higher self. You've really grown through this difficult journey, and through that growth you found your inner charisma. You're glowing now. And so with that, through this long journey, I do not see that you no longer feel like you want karma to be repaid. I feel like you've healed now, and you found your own balance. You've grown so much further than perhaps the people who hurt you one day. And so here with the solution, there's a clear of air in that department of your life. And with turning a new page in the Amazonite, I see here a new type of communication with yourself. I see an invitation of opening up that new page in your life, of lowering the wall, not your guard, but lowering that wall, blocking you from getting to know new people. I feel like what's stopping you now is uncertainty with the moon, the full moon here, with the moon. Uncertainty of what's to come. We see a new moon and a full moon, showing that this chapter has closed in your life, and it's time to invite new people in. You may not know with the moon what these people could bring. That's true. But with the Fool, you're being invited to take that risk. Plunge in. Because there's a new cycle of your life here where the people you're about to meet are much different than the people you have met in your past. I see with the Queen of Wands here, fun. I see you being charismatic and much stronger, much stable, much more grounded, much closer to your higher self. So you in yourself have changed, pile number 3. You have become nearly a totally different person. I see a lot of growth. With solution, now you know how to deal with situation with these types of situations better. Perhaps preventing them in the first place before they even enter in your life. Like, for example, let's say you've dealt with narcissistic like type people. Now you know the vibe. Now you know how to build perhaps better boundaries. Oh no, perhaps. Forget about the word perhaps. For sure. With a wall here. You're very good at building boundaries now. You know with the solution how to deal with heavy, difficult situations. Now you're more charismatic and balanced than ever. And so you are ready to go out there. See, the window is like opening up. If there was a wall, there was the curtain covering the outside world. And I see that you're ready. Pile number 3. Have you looked at yourself recently with the mirror here? Have you evaluated who you've become, looked at yourself for who you really are now? Have you done that? Because it looks like to me from your cards that you may be looking at yourself with past wounds rather than who you are now. You're far more capable of dealing with the outside world, of dealing with perhaps the type of people that hurt you in the past. There is a clear of air and clear of energy. You will be able to deal with people better. You'll be able to block them out of your world better. And energetically, it seems like you are attracting to you the people who are vibing in the same way you are vibing. My dear pile number 3, you're free to fly now. And you're free to experience what your heart is calling for you to do. Because as much as you're building these walls around you, as much as it is heavy for you, and that's what we've noticed in the beginning, now it looks like you're doing everything on your own. We see a person who's after a long day going back home with all of the blue, feeling sad, feeling burned out, feeling alone. That's what I feel from this card. And so even with these walls, they're not really making you feel better now as you think they are. In fact, they're preventing you from feeling your best, feeling what you deserve to feel at the moment. And so now is an invitation to move from this past energy. It is finished, my dear pile number 3. The cycle has ended. And now you're being invited to enter into a new one that is full of joyful experience, a new enjoyable life with amazing people that you will love. With the Fool card, are you gonna meet some devil cards around in the way, some tower cards? Yes, that's inevitable for everyone. But why should you be the one who is afraid of that and not enjoying it like everyone else? These things happen, and you are now fully equipped to not even go through the agony of what we call the devil card or the tower card or whatever other energy that we may be worried about. You're now fully equipped, you're healed, and what could look like a tower or a devil card to you in the past could be passed through it with ease and quickly, and perhaps even taking advantage of the situation to do something good for yourself. Like an advantage of a tower is seeing how powerful you are now and not being afraid of it and walking past it like nothing happened. Or maybe the devil card, knowing how to deal with a person who wants to lie to you, who wants to put you in an illusion, thinking that they have control over you, and showing yourself that you can look at this person like they're doing absolutely nothing. How about that? Maybe it's actually fun to go through this journey and go through the things you're worried about, because now it really looks like you're very close to your higher self, very close to the image you have of yourself, or you wanted to see yourself in, rather. You're much more balanced and stable and stronger than you once were. And so with the Amazonite, it's now time to clear the air of the past, move into this new cycle where you have so much fun. Be open to meeting people, be open to connecting with others, be open to, you know, put yourself out there, to be experimental, to see different energies, to see different people and see what they bring. Do you not like it? You're not stuck. Build that wall. Keep your boundaries there. You like it? That's wonderful. And it's always going to be the story. This is your new chapter, my dear pile number 3. It's time for you to enjoy that part of your life, to enjoy wonderful connections to come. And may you always be surrounded by wonderful people. And may you be blessed with meeting your soul family, my dear pile number 3. And meeting people that you have fun with. Forget about the old chapter, my dear pile number 3. That is your message. And welcome the new chapter of your life. This was your message, and my dear pile number 3, I hope you've enjoyed it. And if you have, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel so that you never miss a reading that I upload. Also, if you enjoy zodiac tarot readings, make sure you check out my other channel. It's the first link in the description box. And I'm very pleased to announce the new productivity cookbook, my dear pal number 3. Thank you guys so much for giving me feedback about the productivity handbook. It makes me the happiest knowing how much you guys have enjoyed it and how much of a difference it made in your life. This really encouraged me to do this, to present this next project to you, to help you guys out. I've partnered with a nutritionist that I totally believe in, and together we created this cookbook for you. There's also a vegan version of 210 recipes that are delicious, very easy to cook, even if you don't have much cooking skills. This was brought because people wanted to eat healthy, and life is full of responsibilities. It's about, you know, eating healthy and delicious, but not spending most of your time in the kitchen, you know, doing something quick, delicious, healthy, and moving along in your day, being productive, doing the things that you love. I hope you enjoyed this book. It's presented with all of our hearts. So I hope you check it out. A lot of you know about this, and we're excited about it being released. Now it's released. And my dear pal number 3, thank you so much for tuning in. I wish you the best of luck in this new chapter of your life. May you always be blessed, and I'll catch you in the next reading. Bye. Hey pile number 4, welcome to your reading. You have chosen Beyond the Ego. Surrender to the flow of life. Such a beautiful card. I wonder how this is going to fit into your reading. We see a figure here going from one phase to the next to the next. You've also chosen the green grass Jasper. Let's keep them right there so you can see it. And take a look how this fits into your reading today with what is your clear message of what you need to hear right now. So you have this oracle card. This is your first oracle card, and that's what it looks like. Okay. You have Observer. You also have the 14th moon mansion, ruled by Saturn and Venus in Virgo. Yeah, called Scepter. So let's see again also how that fits into your reading. We'll get a full picture as we take a look at your tarot cards. So right off the bat, you have the Star card. I love the Star card. You also have the Death card. Ooh, this looks like a grand transformation. We said I see you moving from one phase to the next to the next. But this is an amazing phase because we see this figure entering into the center of it all, you know, the nicest part. You know how there are TikToks and reels that say, let's get to the good part, right? So I feel like you're really getting into that amazing part of your life. With the Death card and for sale, it's like You're leaving so much behind because you're now entering into a phase where you're watching your dreams happen. See, we even see a figure swinging on a swing. Your pile is saying that you're about to live the dream. Wow, what is the dream? Excuse me, I see here a figure or a fox watching something astrologically. So obviously things are aligning. Heavenly bodies are aligning. And now is the time where you are entering the dream. And there are so many heavenly bodies here. We see the sun, we see the moon and the stars card. So it really does look like to me like this is a significant time of your life. I saw that significant time of your life in another pile in today's reading. I'm not surprised. It is actually astrologically a significant time for us with all of the changes that have been happening actually. So yeah, we see a clear change in your life, and in your pile, my dear pile number 4, you're entering a very favorable time. A time where you're watching your dreams happen. You're getting to the core of it, to the nice part. So this tells me that it's been changing in phases for you, right? It's been getting better and better, and now you're about to plunge into the best part. You know, the core is the hottest, obviously. And so with that, it's the part with the most energy. And so this could be, it's the part with the most gravity. And so here I see that it is a phase that you're going to stay in for a very, very, very long time. In fact, could be even hard to snap out of it. So this looks to me like a new phase, a beautiful phase that you'll be stuck in forever in this lifetime. Pile number 4. So behold, you're about to see your life change in front of your eyes, before your eyes, in a way I don't think you are even going to begin to imagine. Here we see the Muse of Voices, which is the King of Swords. Let's keep this right there. Right off the bat, as I was watching this King of Swords, I heard in my mind announcement. So let's see how that fits into your life. Right off the bat, it's also voices. So I don't know why there's an announcement here. Let's check. I'm pretty sure I heard announcement. So I don't know how that would fit into your reading. See, there's a Tower card. Tower is something instantly, and that also reminds me of an instant change, instantaneous change. And it's not this instant change is not affecting you. I see you standing there with a lot of power. And so this card tells me that there's an announcement that instantly is changing your life. Maybe you're announcing a change. Maybe you're telling everyone, you know what, that's it, I'm leaving, I'm going. Or there is an announcement that is instantly changing your life. Is it something in the news? I don't know. Let's see. You have the High Priestess. You know what? High Priestess is one of the meanings of the High Priestess is secrecy. The High Priestess is the gatekeeper to this world and the other world. And so maybe the announcement, exactly what it is not going to be revealed to you in this reading. But do know, pile number 4, that there is an announcement that will instantly change your life to your dreams. You're going to love what you're going to be seeing. You're going to feel in control with the scepter here. In fact, with Saturn and Venus, I see that things are shifting from difficult, challenging times, to a favorable times with Venus, enjoying your world. And Saturn is a misunderstood planet. Yes, we go through very tough times with Saturn. Make no mistake about that. Very challenging times, could be difficult, and it could be a time where we feel stuck, because it's kind of like the energy of all doors are closing so that you open the right door. You heal, you see the right way. It's a sort of guide forcing you and pushing you to look towards the right direction. Once you look in that direction and open the door, things change completely. Blessings start pouring into your life. And I see that chapter closing. I see with the Venus you're starting to enter a phase that you are going to love. Pampered also, Venusian energy with Venus. This message has been very strong these days, but it's very significant in your reading here. The announcement is to be made. You might know about this transformation because we see you already getting there. It's already been happening, as we've noticed, in phases. You've been observing things. But there's more. Pile number 4. There is a strong announcement, the big one, the core, the grand change. Let's take a look at the rest of your cards. So you have the Knight of Pentacles. You have, I think we have space for a card here. Let's take that. You have the Queen of Pentacles, the White Queen in Alice in Wonderland, right? And you have the Seven of Pentacles. We see the soldiers coloring the white flowers into red because they misunderstood the Red Queen's instructions. They've planted white flowers or white roses, and now they're coloring it so that she doesn't find out they've made a mistake. How does that fit here in your reading? My dear pile number 4, let's check this out together. I think that's the best way for you to see your cards. Yeah, there we go. So obviously this part is highlighted for sure. I mean, the way your cards presented themselves to us shows us that there is a grand announcement that you don't even know is coming. So let's take a closer look at your advice here and what your message is with regards to this announcement and this beautiful phase of your life. You looking into the core, into the light, you're gonna notice an opportunity. You're gonna be the only one that notices a very unique opportunity. With the Seven of Pentacles, you will notice that something is not working right. You will notice that a lot of people perhaps are being fooled into seeing something one way when really it isn't. And you will find this as an opportunity to start a new venture or start something new. To you, it looks like an opportunity for sure. Because now that you know that things don't look on the outside as they seem on the inside, you'll create an alternative with a scepter here. You know, the wands are energy of creation. So you're going to lead something. You're going to create something with the Queen of Pentacles that will bring you a lot of wealth. And also one of the things that I love about the Queen of Pentacles is her independence. So this is financial independence. In fact, I see you holding a coin right there. Knight of Pentacles shows us that not only are you going to jump into this opportunity, but you're going to be working on it. You're going to notice something, be keen about it, and you're going to start working on it until you create an alternative. You know, the beavers, they are an archetype of being very skilled, very talented, but they tend to hide and not show this talent. Here we see a confident beaver that is starting to work. In fact, they have their work clothes on. It's in the Knight of Pentacles, which is all about being steadfast and working. So this shows me that what you've just noticed, you're like, oh my God, I didn't even know. They lacked this skill, or they lacked the know-how of doing this, that it was, it's not done properly. I can do that. I'm very good at that. And so with the High Priestess and the Beaver, there is secrecy. I think you're going to do something. And once it's finished, you're going to announce it. And with this announcement, it's changing your life. Pile number 4. Believe it. It's changing your life. Now, there is also an announcement coming up. That's for sure. We don't know about it. The reason I know that these two things I've been talking about are separate is because with the High Priestess, this is an instant announcement that you will not know about now. But I also see something else. Your message for today's reading with regards to putting all this together is that, do know, first of all, you're entering the dream life. There's an announcement that's going to change your life. But most importantly, keep your eyes open, my dear pile number 4, because in the next coming days or year, or this year, towards maybe the end of the year or somewhere, perhaps even maybe on the 14th of December, that could be it. In the next couple of days, you are going to be flabbergasted at a great opportunity that no one's been seeing. You're like, oh, I can do that. That's a brilliant idea. I have the resources for it. I have the skills for it. I can do this, and I can like shine or something. And this observation, maybe it's in your work. Maybe you've just noticed you're going to be creating a new department. Maybe your company wants a certain results in an area, and you've just noticed how you can do it, and they're going to put you in this position. There's something like that. Keep your eyes open, my dear pile number 4, is today's message, because you will be changing your life. You will be in charge soon. You will not believe it. You will be in charge soon of something new that will adjust the maybe corruption or the lies or the lack of quality in something that is being done. You're going to be working on it first in secrecy, like building it, and then you're going to be announcing it. This thing is going to bring you a lot of wealth and a lot of financial abundance, some sort of independence financially. So these are the 3 exact messages coming together as I see for you, my dear pile number 4. The 3 clear messages of what to expect, and they're divided, of what to expect next in your life. Do know that you're entering not just favorable times, you're entering the dream life. And my dear pile number 4, I hope you enjoy this beautiful phase of your life. As we see in your cards, this promise shall be applied in your life right away. Be ready for it, my dear pile number 4. You're going to live a beautiful life. I wish you the best, and may you always be surrounded by blessings. This was your reading, and if you've enjoyed it, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel so that you never miss a reading that I upload. Also, if you enjoy Zodiac Tarot readings, make sure you check out my other channel. It's the first link in the description box. And by the way, I want to first, before announcing, thank you so much for enjoying the productivity handbook. Guys, this fills my heart more than anything in the world. Thank you for enjoying it and for using it. And because of that, you guys encouraged me to present to you something that could really help you out. I've partnered with a nutritionist, and we are presenting to you productivity cookbook. And the reason we did that project is because we wanted to present you healthy and delicious meals that are cooked in minutes, a plethora of them, and you know, lunch, dinner, snacks, desserts, you name it. 210 recipes that you can choose from and cook in a matter of minutes and have the rest of your day being productive and doing whatever you want. So excited about announcing this to you. There's also a vegan version if you are a vegan. And by the way, both books have completely different recipes. Maybe you want to check both out as well. And I hope you enjoy it. I hope it helps organize your life and make you healthy and allow you to enjoy the rest of your day. Hope that helps you out in your life. And my dear pile number 4, that was your reading. Thank you for tuning in. So excited about your amazing new life. May you always stay there and have a blessed, beautiful life. This was your reading, and I'll catch you in the next reading.